Mother here, and I've got a hot one for you today. Or should I say, a cautionary tale for all the governments of the world. It's still wet. I'm doing a thought experiment today, and it is this. What could I do if I had bad intentions toward the entire world? What if my philosophical outlook or religion taught me that new technology is bad, or there's too many people on this earth, that we need to go back to a simpler time, and I believe I need to decimate the world population? Now, in doing so, I could hope for an EMP event like the Carrington event of 1859. Yes, hope in one hand, poo in the other, and see which fills up first, right? But bioterrorism is actually doable. What if the target was to be a non-food commodity product located in places as remote as Southeast Asian countries like Thailand or Indonesia? Would it be of concern? At first thought, maybe not. But let's look at this closely. What would the release of a deadly microorganism, fungus, virus, bacteria, in, say, a rubber tree plantation in Indonesia, Malaysia, or Thailand possibly mean to you or the world economy? One could create a rubber tree blight and devastate the world's rubber supply. Sound far-fetched to you? Not as difficult as you may think. This blight has already decimated the rubber production in South America. It's real and test proven. Mother Nature kicked Henry Ford's dreams there, square in the butt. Today, South America produces very little rubber. Why? The blight still rears up and kills rubber tree production in South America. The blight, called South American leaf blight, or SALB, is caused by the Ascomycetes microcyclus oolacei. It's a fungus. This leaf fungus was considered one of the most 5 aggressive diseases in commercial crops in South America. Although SALB has been listed as a biological weapon by the United Nations, all control efforts taken so far since 1910 have resulted in miserable failures. Once infected with the fungus, the tree can never be fully cured. From seedlings, rubber trees take 6 to 7 years before the latex sap tapping can be started. This fungus inhibits natural rubber production on a commercial scale. Oh, and my, does the world use rubber? And I mean, it's in everything. Go ahead, take a moment to look around your house. Vehicle tires, hoses, belts, grommets, gaskets. No rubber, no vehicles. The gasket and syringes to push medicines, rubber latex gloves for doctors. All the factories without rubber for O-rings to seal connections on their systems, drive belts, etc. Rubber for insulating wiring on and in, all things electrical. No tires, no airplanes, no semi-trucks to make deliveries. Yes, it would cascade into a real shit storm. So you're asking now, how could this happen? Well, let's take a look at some numbers. I'm now scrolling on screen a breakdown of rubber production in metric tons by country. Reading this chart, you'll see top rubber producing countries in 2023 are Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, India, China, and Malaysia. The rubber tree is native to warm jungle climates and grows best in a tropical environment. The big dog in production is Asia, which is the chief producer, producing 12 million metric tons of natural rubber per year. Thailand is the biggest producer of rubber globally, making up to 36% of all the rubber produced worldwide. Take a couple of infected plants from South America, then transport to Asia? Forget that. You're not going to get a plant or tree through customs. However, SALB is a fungus. Get some petri dishes, growing it, aerosolize the fungus, and you're off to the races. Got drones? What? Look, the attack of 9/11 was by 19 dedicated religious fanatics, financed with only $500,000, or so says the 9/11 Commission report I read. The $500,000 covered everything: flight training, living expenses, travel, and other logistical needs of the 19 men. So, We've seen firsthand what 19 dedicated individuals and $500,000 can accomplish. 19 men with a cultivated fungus and with resources to spread it. Starts by spreading the fungus in Thailand to get a foothold, then Indonesia, Vietnam, India, China, and Malaysia. It's plain to see if the bad guys could only have a bit of success by spreading the fungus in only Thailand and Indonesia, how that could affect the world. Sit back and watch the shitstorm grow. Within 10 years, we'd be seeing ration books like our parents told us about from 1942 to 1945. Got tires? Probably not. Even at its start, what do you think it would do to the markets? Think for a moment. Rubber tree blight? Even as just a rumor. With no way to stop it, rubber production would collapse. It'd be chaos on Wall Street. Once the word gets out to the populace, the media outlets report on it, at that moment it becomes a true WTF moment, with people rushing the stores, emptying the shelves, factories closing, entire industries come to a screeching halt. We saw this just a couple of years ago, didn't we? Now superimpose that with anything made with rubber, a true WTF moment. It would be a slow roll into anarchy. Economically, this could be translated as a loss of revenue in the amount of hundreds of billions of dollars annually, significantly impacting both producing and importing countries alike and crippling the overall world economy. The Department of Homeland Security's response to this threat is pretty much, more study is needed, new advances in science have helped us gain ground against these threats, and affected sectors should consider upstream planning and have prevention measures against bioterrorism planned. Pretty much, it's not a USA industry, it's entirely a foreign issue, so it's not my problem. For now, look for part 2 of this series as I explore what other means of bad intentions that could come to fruition in our lifetime. Yes, it gets even better. Until then, thank you for watching and hit that subscribe button. I've got miles to go before I sleep.